Hi guys, it's Stacy and welcome to my channel. So for today, I'm actually going to be trying the new light reflecting foundation from NARS. I'm very curious about this foundation. Aside from the claims about making you look fabulous, NARS was actually the first non-drugstore foundation I ever purchased. The very first foundation I purchased at Sephora. And that one was NARS Sheer Glow in the shade Stromboli. And that was kind of a revelation for me because up until that point, I hadn't been able to find a foundation, at least at the drugstore, that was all I was buying, that had enough depth, so it's deep enough for my skin, but also had the right undertones. The closest I could get was Revlon Color Stay in the shade Natural Tan. And it was close, but it was a little too neutral. So when I saw the NARS foundation in Stromboli, I couldn't believe it. It was like, I don't even know. But when you see yourself for the first time wearing a foundation that actually matches you, I don't even know how to properly describe it, particularly when it's not something that you're used to. And I'm talking about over 15 years ago. So if you thought shade ranges are not great now, imagine that. I don't know how old anybody is, but yeah, 15, 20 years ago, yeah, a lot of us could not find what we needed. So to see yourself in something that actually matches you it's incredible. And yes, I realize it's quote unquote just makeup. Representation matters. It matters in every facet. It's important to see yourself and to feel like companies value you. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to be trying the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. Same shade I always get, Stromboli. And the packaging looks like this. Nice sleek bottle. This one has a pump. Very nice. Really appreciate it. I don't know, the claims on this one, nice. So I'm just going to, get started. And the primer that I'm going to start with today is the Smashbox Primerizer. I just have it in the travel size. I actually really liked this primer, and I used an entire bottle of it a while ago, and then for some odd reason did not repurchase it. Just looking at my mirror here, I don't know why. Maybe I was trying something else or trying to use up other products I have, but I like the fact that it's hydrating, but it's very thin. It doesn't feel heavy or greasy. And it's as close to a smoothing primer as I'm going to get. I've said this before, but smoothing primers and we don't get along. We don't get along at all. This one, though, feels like it's smoothing out the skin, but without having that dimethicone feel or feeling as if it's going into every single pore and line on your face. I'm not really a big fan of that. So I did 2 pumps. Doesn't look like a whole lot. The shade looks quite nice. Well, I can see from the monitor that my lights are making me look a little pale, but in person, it's beautiful. It's really, really pretty. The shade match is great. I'm always concerned when you're, not all brands shade ranges are transferable from the different formulations they have. So, you know, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to use the same shade, but it has like a very natural finish. I'm kind of surprised that it's not more radiant. I mean, it looks nice. It doesn't look cakey or dry. It doesn't, it's not emphasizing, from what I can see, pores or textures or anything like that. I guess when I hear the phrase light reflecting, well, I don't know. Not that I expect sparkle or shimmer, but like, I just thought it would be more glowy, and it's not. It has like a natural finish. It's not matte, but it's not radiant and nowhere near dewy. I would say Sheer Glow, personally speaking, has more of a finish that I like. I like radiant skin. I like luminous skin. I like skin that looks like you know the world's best secret and you're just, I don't know, being mean and selfish and not sharing with anyone. But anyway, yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't look bad. It's just not what I was expecting. I do want to try just a half a pump more. Okay then. Let's see. Definitely better coverage. It's a good, like medium, I don't want to say medium full, I'd say medium plus coverage. Yeah. Looks nice. It looks really nice on the skin. It's settling very, very nicely on the skin. All right, I am gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup. I'm gonna be using some of the NARS products that I have, you know, eyeshadow palettes, blush, stuff like that. I'll list it below. I'm gonna go ahead and wear this for the rest of the day. I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot. Surprise, surprise. I'll be working from home, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And we'll see how well it wears and whether or not it does any settling like into my smile lines or the lines on my forehead. So I'm going to finish and I will see you guys when I'm done. Okay guys, this is the look that I'm going with today. I pulled out like oldie but goodies with NARS. This is the Narcissist Palette. Ooh, it's so dirty. There are fingerprints all over it. I apologize. I forgot what a great palette that is. It's all your neutrals, plus you have some metallics in here, your silvers, your golds, your bronzes. It's so pretty. So I use that, and then for the purple liner that I threw somewhere, it's from the NARS Manray collection, and I don't know why I kept the box. And this shade is called Nagoya. I think that's how you say it. I mean, that purple. My camera's not going to focus on it. Anyway, it's just such a beautiful purple shade. Actually, I want to add some more. I mean, oh, I love it. I love this. Blush, one of my favorite blushes, period, is NARS in the shade Sin. Don't know what that says about me, but I love this blush. It's like a purpley, sort of deeper mauve tone. Beautiful. And it has just a hint of sheen to it. It's not matte, just slightly radiant, but no sparkle. Not like that. For bronzer, I went with Casino instead of the always discussed Laguna. I went with Casino, the darker shade here. And then for highlight, I just used the highlighters that's in the also very fingerprinty NARS Orgasm palette. I'm always crooked. The two top highlighters there. For mascara, I do not have a NARS mascara. I tried the Climax one. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It did smudge on me after a few hours, so I didn't repurchase it. So I don't have a NARS mascara. Instead, I went with mascara I'm really liking by Rare Beauty. It's just such a pretty mascara. It gives you nice length, definition. You do have to build up a couple coats to get volume, but overall, it's nice. Oh, concealer. NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I went with it in the shade Ginger. Overall, I like this concealer, but as you saw when I was applying my makeup, I do have to let it sit for a little while before I blend it out to get the coverage that I want, and also it helps cut down on creasing. The first time I saw someone do that was years ago, and it was Jackie Ina. I was watching her do a tutorial, and she was letting her concealer sit and was explaining how you get more coverage and less creasing when you do that. It works the best for creamier concealers, and you kind of have to judge how long you let it sit. The creamier the concealer, I feel, the longer you let it sit there, and then you kind of adjust. All right, so this is the look for today, and I'm going to get back to you guys later in the day and let you know how it goes. Okay, thanks. Bye. Hey guys, it is the end of the day, and as usual, I'm pretty tired. I'm wearing my contacts and they're so dry now. It's been a long day, and I'm just going to scoot closer here so I can take a look at the mirror. The makeup overall, I'd say, looks pretty good. However, I'm getting quite a bit of creasing. I'll just lean forward. You guys can see the creases here. I'm looking at the monitor. Quite a bit of creasing. Now, I didn't set this with powder, And the reason is because of the finish of it. It had almost like, not a natural matte, but a natural finish, not radiant and not mattifying. Finishes are like that. I don't like to top them with powder, particularly in the winter time when my skin is leaning dry. I don't have dry skin, I have combo skin. Oily in the T-zone, normal on my forehead, and then dry on my cheeks. And then I have some texture here on either side of my chin. So very combo skin. When it is this kind of finish of a foundation, adding powder on top of it during the winter, it's very uncomfortable. I feel like I could just feel moisture just being pulled right out of my skin. So I don't do it. So maybe if I had set it with powder a little bit, maybe that creasing wouldn't be so bad. Or not. Maybe we would have done it anyway. But it doesn't really matter because this type of foundation I personally wouldn't set with powder. So this is how it's going to wear on me. I have to say, I like it. I don't love it. I prefer sheer glow. I love the finish of that. It is also much more forgiving on my skin. It doesn't feel tight or dry at all. It's just, to me, a very, let me try this again. For me, it just is very, it looks prettier on the skin, in my opinion, and it suits my needs and preferences better. However, if you found sheer glow too glowy and you wanted something that was a little bit sort of in the middle in terms of between dewy and matte, this is it. I will also say it does feel very lightweight on the skin. It's not a foundation where I apply it and I can just feel it sitting there. It doesn't do that. Like, I'm looking in the mirror and it does have a really pretty sort of skin-like finish. So it doesn't feel heavy. You won't feel like you've got a mountain of makeup on your face. I am curious to see how I would like this in warmer months, when my skin is more oily and, you know, it has its own natural radiance and I don't need it from the foundation. I would probably like this better then. But right now, hey guys, I'm so sorry, I had a little bit of a glitch. Anyway, just to wrap this up, I think this is a nice foundation. I like it, but I don't love it. If I had to choose between this and Sheer Glow, I would go with the Sheer Glow. I just think it's a prettier foundation. However, I would be willing to try this again in a couple of months when things warm up and my skin isn't so dry. So that is it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. Thank you again so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Take care, be well, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.